Welcome back and thank you for tuning in. Remember how Necromunda came with a bunch of cool walkways to connect the structures and noticed how Shadow War don't? Well, I decided to make some walkways. What I'm gonna base it on is this plastic card from Green Stuff World. You could just use regular plastic card or cardboard. So, just to make it more solid, I take some of these. It's kebab sticks for barbecuing. And I know I want the walkways to be 6 centimeters, because that is exactly what the walkways in Shadow War Armageddon is. And then take some matches. And take off the tip part and place in between. That gives pretty much exactly the width that I want. I place the first match in each side 1 centimeter in, and then every 2 centimeters to make them stick. I take some regular wood glue from the hardware store. This stuff is pretty cheap and you get a bunch of it. I had this one bottle for years. It can also replace PVA glue when needed. And then I simply dip either both ends and place them in between, like so. And it takes a good while to dry, so don't try to lift it up till all the glue has gone transparent, and you have plenty of time to readjust the matches in between. So what you're going for is a structure that looks like this. And don't cut off the ends just yet, because they'll be handy to hold on to when we paint our walkways. As I said, I'll make them 6 centimeters wide. So in A4 sheet, that'll amount to 5 walkways. So I'll make 5 of these and I'll be back. Right, so we have our 5 stair construction thingies. So now to measure out the board. And then measure in every 6 centimeter. So cutting for measurement, and once I've done that, I'll do the same on the opposite side. Right. Obviously, you could just draw a line and cut that, but I find that more often than not, I am having a hard time following exactly. So I take some electric tape and place between the 2 points to ensure that I get a smooth, fine line going across the board. And then it's so much easier to just cut following that. So once you place your tape, allow yourself a moment to remeasure everything, because it would be a bitch to cut and then find that you slipped somewhere along the line. And it's one of those mistakes you can't just go back and fix. Right, now that I'm happy with my measurements, I take a shiny new blade on my X-Acto blade and just start cutting the board. So once I cut the pieces, I take a few of them and rough them up a bit, cutting some random forms to make rusty corroded holes later. Make sure they're not so big that bases fall through them, but they'll give a visual effect. For my 5 here, I'll rough up 2 of them, I think. Yeah, like this. Don't overdo it. A couple of shapes will be plenty to give the look and feel of corroded old metal. So this time with PVA glue, take our construct and just paint the side. Oh, sorry. That we want to attach to the the walkway. So now they should look something like this. Right, so again, let them dry till all the glue has gone transparent. I don't know how long this will take, but I'll tell you when I get back. So I've let them dry for 3 hours, and before priming them I just do some last finish touching, filing the corners round. And also, actually while they were drying, because I got impatient, I drilled some bullet holes in some of them, just with a regular small hobby drill. As for primer, I'm gonna use this hardware store brand gray primer. And funny little side note, taking Army Painter primer. Notice the similarity? Okay, so I primed them gray, and now I'm gonna give them a coat of Vallejo Game Air gunmetal using the airbrush, and after that I'm gonna give them a slight highlight with chainmail silver, mainly around the edges. This is how they look now, and in the next episode we're gonna wash them, dry brush them, add some effects, and then stencil paint some industrial markings on them. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.